Your development committee representative will be sending you that information via email. This is not a newsletter. It's not intended to give you all the details. It is just a bulletin reminder of programs and reports that are due and new ideas and things to help you grow and develop your chapter. There will be links to the items that are referred or listed, and we encourage you to utilize this piece. It will be easy, quick read in bullet form, and you should be seeing one next week. So we are excited to offer you that program. The board also just approved our new membership drive. Will be called March to Membership. And the theme of the drive will be We Grow Leaders. That's what EWI does, and we want to promote that. So over the coming months, you will be receiving information on how to successfully hold a recruitment meeting. And we will help you find the people that you need to invite and include. You'll be seeing information coming from me on the development committee, from Kathy Scott on marketing and communications, and from Vicki Chapman from member experience. This is a collaboration of the whole board, as well as these three committees working very closely to create and promote this program. So please plan to have a big recruitment event in March. We've got fantastic ideas and things coming your way. And now I want to talk about the new program we introduced at LCAM, the Raise Right program. I'm excited to tell you that since September 15th, we have 15 participating chapters, and those chapters have already earned more than $1,450. That's just a fabulous answer for some fundraising that doesn't require a lot of work and is no money out of our pockets. For those of you who are just new to the program, I recommend that you go attend a 30-minute onboarding webinar. It is 30 minutes well spent giving you impactful ways to utilize this program and increase your money raised. I've given you the times. They have them multiple times during the day. There is one on every day of the week. So hopefully you can find the time that's right for you and participate in the program. Also for the coordinators, you have all types of flyers on your coordinator dashboard. If you need help accessing those, feel free to reach out to me, or you can contact Raise Right. I don't know how many of you have had an opportunity to use their support team, but they are fabulous. They are available to chat. They're available via email or phone. And they're very, very responsive, and they will pull it up on, or have you pull it up on your screen and walk you step by step through whatever you're having problems with. So please don't hesitate to utilize the tools that RaiseRight makes available to you. And again, if you have any questions on the program, if you have problems, please let me know. We will do our best to get them resolved. And I appreciate all of you participating. And now I'll turn it back to Christy Claire.
Thank you very much, Margie, for those exciting updates. Really great to see that success with the RaiseRight program. And so everyone on the call is aware, when Margie began giving her updates, I did begin recording this leadership call, and we'll make sure that after today, that recording will be available in my EWI along with the slide deck. So we make sure we'll get all of these committee updates for you in that recording as well as the rest of the session. So be on the lookout for that. All right. Now I would like to turn it over to Samantha Patrick to celebrate some chapter anniversaries. Samantha.
We have a healthy organization. Look at the amount of years that we have in just over the last 2 months. We've had Western Washington celebrating 36 years on October 15th. EWI of Milwaukee is celebrating 57 years on October 19th. Memphis thought it was a good idea to use October 19th as well, or other way around, my bad. 65 years for Memphis. EWI of Birmingham is celebrating 62 years on October 26th. EWI New Orleans celebrating 70 years just a couple days ago, October 28th. EWI of Honolulu celebrating 55 years on November 3rd, which was yesterday. So that's an accomplishment. EWI of Honolulu celebrating 55 years. Did I say that wrong? I'm so sorry. EWI of Honolulu is 55 years on November 3rd. EWI of Pomona Valley is celebrating 71 years on November 12th. And then EWI of Albuquerque is celebrating 44 years on the 29th.
Thank you, Samantha. And we celebrate with all of these chapters that had an anniversary in October and November on such outstanding accomplishments. We have such great tenure in these chapters, and that is so very exciting to see. All right, now I'm going to turn it over to Vicki Chapman to talk about Member Experience Committee. Vicki, take it away for us.
We're not hearing you, Vicki.
Okay, can everybody hear me now? Sorry about that. I'm having really bad computer issues today. Okay. My Member Experience Committee is Lori Heerlen, EWI of Tulsa, Corey Talley, EWI of Birmingham, Kimberly Dyer, EWI of Phoenix, Latanya Perez, EWI of Houston, Sydney Tuttle, EWI of Wichita, and Dr. Heather Williamson, EWI of Richmond. Thank you, ladies, for all agreeing to serve. I'm looking forward to working with all of you this year.
Thank you, Vicki, for that update. And thank you all for notifying us when you're not able to hear us. You know, we've been doing this I know for a long time having these leadership calls, and we've been living in a virtual world for much of the last 2.5, 3 years now, and you still never know what's going to happen on Zoom. So thank you for rolling with it. We appreciate it. And a quick note about the Member Experience Committee, in case you missed it at LCAM. Member Experience Committee is replacing, in terms of title, the Retention Committee. So Member Experience is going to have responsibility over a lot of those same retention functions, but the overarching goal for the Member Experience Committee that Vicki will be leading alongside this lovely list of members you see here is really driving member services and really keying that back to YEWI and making sure that our members really we enhance that value proposition of our membership, and again, drive that back to enhancing member services. So excited to have Member Experience this year. And now we'll turn it over to Kathy Scott to introduce the Marketing and Communications Committee. Kathy.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Well, my name is Kathy Scott, and I am with EWI of Kansas City and also representing Ball's Food Stores. And this year I am on the Marketing and Communications Committee, which replaces the recruitment role. This year on my committee, you can see I have a large committee here. I'm so excited. I have Karen Mendes from EWI of Honolulu, Erin McGann, EWI of Spokane, Kathy Trombley, EWI of San Diego, Brenda Davidson, EWI of Calgary, Felicia Center, EWI of Tulsa, Lori Heerlen, EWI of Tulsa, Corey Talley, EWI of Birmingham. I have Sarah Roeder, EWI of Des Moines, Lindsay Christensen, EWI of Omaha, Corey Fall, EWI of San Antonio, Diana Bushi, EWI of Omaha, Charmin Wall, EWI of Mobile, Lashana Sorrell, EWI of Birmingham, and Mary Farnsworth, virtual member. So that is quite a list. So we are making plans. We are going to do a lot of things this year. Some of the things that we will be working on is the Corporate Connect. We'll be working with the collegiate chapter. We'll be working with prospective virtual members, and we'll be working with new chapter inquiries and hopefully helping to start up some new chapters this year. We will be working on with social media on the different platforms and the corporate website. But we're very excited to get started and be able to do a lot of things this year. So we're going to be there for you however we can. So that's really all I've got right now, but thank you very much. And I'm going to turn that over to, hold on just one moment. I'm going to turn that over to our corporate president, Christine Laird.
Thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate that. All right, and now we are going to turn over to our BCDP Director, Holly Stevenson, for some BCDP updates. Holly, take it away.
Thank you, Madam President. My name is Holly Stevenson, representing EWI of San Diego and AT&T, and I am your corporate BCDP director. So this year, as you're familiar, last year, I should say, we started the Chapter Literacy Grant Program. This year's grant program will award a total of $4,000. Once I have a committee in place and we have some meetings about that, we'll determine how many chapters will be awarded a certain amount, and then we'll get that out to the membership. But at this time, what I want to let you know is that the considerations for the award, we're looking at originality and creativity, results and impact made in your community, and we have set a time frame for eligible literacy initiatives. So as long as you've held a literacy initiative between October 1st of this year through July 27th of next year, submit them, get them in. So more information on that coming up. Another placeholder on your calendars, please put the date of December 7th at 12 o'clock Central Time. We're going to be having a scholarship training call. So those of you that need to know Kaleidoscope for EWISP and Assist, please put that on your calendars, and we'll get a meeting maker out to you shortly. And last but not least, and mostly importantly, I'm looking for committee members. So who loves a reading rally? Who loves scholarships? Call me, email me. I've got some names, so I'll be reaching out to you. But those of you that I don't know, I'm gonna be making myself known to you. So let me know if you're interested. It'll be great fun. And we'll have a lot of fun at LCAM with Reading Rally. So that's all I have. Back to you, Madam President.
Thank you, Holly. And if you couldn't tell, Holly has been a great source of a sense of humor on our corporate board retreat. We're glad to have her over BCDP this year. All right, now I'm going to turn it over to our president-elect, Charlie Rosenquist, to talk about awards and investment committee. Charlie, take it away.
Yay, I get small committees this year. This is the first small committees. No, I am thrilled to be over the awards committee this year, and our committee members include Ashley Hollis from EWI Chattanooga, Valerie Flores from EWI Phoenix, Leslie Phillips from EWI of Mobile, and Sherry Wise from EWI of San Antonio. We are currently in the process of reviewing and updating all of the Chapter of Excellence Awards and the LJP Awards. So the updated applications and all should be out very shortly. We'll make sure to send out a notice once we have them completed and out there so you all can be using them. You can go ahead and get started. We've had these for years, so they're not going to be changing that much. So I'm sure you can go ahead and start marking those checks of what y'all have completed so we can have another record-breaking year of Chapter of Excellences at LCAM. In this new role, I am also over the investment committee. And so my committee there is Jill Gaffney from EWI of Spokane, Christine Laird from EWI Oklahoma City, Christine Healy, EWI of Des Moines, Kayla McMorrin with Bravest Wealth Management, Jeffrey Lester from Candace Bank, it was formerly Bancorp South, and Lori Gambill of Cadence Bank, formerly Bancorp South. Those are my committees for this year. So if you have any questions, again, be on the lookout for an email letting you know that the updated forms are there. So you can go ahead and start preparing for your Chapter of Excellence, marking off those check boxes. That's something that you have to work on all year. Keep an eye out. You'll see what all qualifications are necessary for the LJP Awards. And I am looking forward to it. I've got a great committee and can't wait for us to get moving on it. Madam President.
Thank you very much, Charlie, sharing details about your committee with us. We appreciate that greatly. All right, now I will give the baton to our advisor, Christine Healy, to share updates for the Bylaws Committee. Christine.
Good afternoon, EWI. I'm Christine Healy, and I get to be the board advisor this year. For those of you who attended LCAM 2022, you know that as part of the responsibility of a delegate set of the delegate body is to approve the bylaw amendments that are proposed each year. So that deadline for this year is Thursday, April 20th, 2023. So it's never too early to start looking at those bylaws as a chapter and see if there's any improvements you would like to make, or if there's any wordage that you'd like to add to your standing rules for your chapter. We'd love to take a look at that. Again, that deadline is April 20th, 2023, to be 150 days before that meeting that will be in Chattanooga this year at LCAM 2023. These submitted bylaw amendments must be placed on a form that you can find on My EWI in the resources. And I want to remind you chapters that your president and your secretary must sign this form. And then your chapter must vote to approve those changes. And I want to thank so much the bylaws committee. Thank you for stepping up and doing this important task. They are Tracy Jankowski, EWI of Kansas City, Lisa Stokes, EWI of Harrisburg, Megan Tichy, EWI of Tucson, Jennifer Burns, EWI of Phoenix, Lindy Champion Ivy, EWI of Charlotte. Once you have that form completed, you will want to send that form to our corporate president, Christine Laird, and include our corporate secretary, Samantha Patrick, and me, Christine Healy. I'm looking forward to seeing those this year. Thank you. The next item I want to talk to you about, which I've talked about a lot with you this last year, is corporate committee service. It's where your life can start on the corporate board, just like all of us in the room. Some of us started that way. But some of the committees that you can choose from right now, right today, and you can contact that board member or contact Christine Laird and let her know of your interest. They are Reading Rally 2023 in Chattanooga, the LCAM 2023 committee. Oh, how much fun you will have on that. And the scholarship committee. We're looking forward to hearing from you and watching you step into corporate committee service. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Christine, for those updates and for encouraging corporate committee service. As Christine shared, that is a great way to start the path into corporate board service, a great way to get exposure and grow, because at EWI, we know we grow leaders. So what a great opportunity to be part of the corporate committee. I wanted to share with you all a brief corporate office update and share a reminder of who your corporate contacts are for chapter support as we continue forward in our transition. So please always feel free to reach out to me at any time. I do want to share with you all just a couple of things that I am focused on. Any inquiries you may have about our leadership calls, professional development webinars. If you have a suggestion for a topic or a speaker, please feel free to send that my way, along with any general questions. I know that's very vague, it's intended to be, but any general questions that you may have, please feel free to share them with me. I will help as I am able to, and may pull in other board members for additional support as needed. Please contact our Vice President, Charlie Rosenquist, for any inquiries about this year's awards program. Samantha Patrick, our Secretary Treasurer, can be contacted regarding any support needed with My EWI. Any questions about dates and deadlines, any inquiries from our treasurers out there that she can support with. Margie Zamora, Director of Development, can be contacted for any questions regarding toolkits. Maybe you have a recommendation for a new toolkit. Please feel free to share that with her, as well as any inquiries about chapter resources, the Raise Right gift card program, or any compliance related questions that you may have. Margie and her committee are friendly faces. We're all friendly faces, but Margie and her committee are that friendly support to help you with any compliance questions that you may have. Kathy Scott, our Director of Marketing and Communications, she and her committee will be working hard on our Corporate Connects. So if you have any suggestions for anything you may like to see in the Corporate Connect. You all were very kind with my Corporate Connect that I sent. I know it was very brief. That was my first time creating a Corporate Connect in our program. And We know that it wasn't very robust, but we wanted to get some information out to you. So thank you all for reading that and getting some good nuggets. But Kathy and her committee will be overseeing the Corporate Connects, as well as any collegiate chapter recommendations that you might have or any inquiries, working with prospective virtual members. As Kathy mentioned, also new chapter inquiries, social media, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I know I've seen a lot of activity from our chapters on LinkedIn and Facebook, and we love to see it. And also, if you have any questions, concerns, anything at all that you need for our corporate website, please reach out to Kathy there as well with any suggestions or inquiries. Holly Stevenson, our BCDP director, she may be contacted with any questions you may have about AOL, our Academy of Leadership, our corporate scholarship programs, as well as our corporate reading rally. Vicki Chapman, Director of Member Experience, please reach out to her for any support you may need with member retention. She will be your go-to gal. Christine Healy, our advisor, she is an excellent resource for any questions you may have about bylaws as well as corporate board service. And Jennifer Clark, she is our LCAM 2023 chair. You may contact her with any questions, thoughts that you may have about next year's LCAM that will be taking place in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And now we will move right along into Q&A. So your board is here for you. We have 22 minutes left to spend with you this afternoon. So please, any questions that you may have, feel free to come off mute, or Holly Stevenson is managing the chat for us. So any questions you wish to ask, now is your time. The floor is yours. Or if you just want to share some feedback, positive and constructive criticism, we'll take both. Anything at all. We want to hear from you. Okay, I can't see the chat, so apparently there's something in the chat that you may hear from my feed that is very funny. There has. Thank you, Kathy, for bringing that up. That's a caveat that I neglected to mention earlier. So this date and time was pre-scheduled because, as per historical performance, if you will, the board has routinely had their first leadership call of the year while they were all together at board retreat. So I know that we talked about Fridays not being the best day for a lot of folks. We know some people like to take a 3-day weekend. Some people may work 4/10s and not work on Fridays. But I recall that we discussed Wednesday being a better day. The board is going to be discussing time frame. I know we typically have these calls, obviously, right around the lunch times in the central time zone or mountain time zone. We're at 1 o'clock central, I know typically, but we did remember that the overwhelming majority at Leadership Caucus mentioned Wednesday being the best day. So that's the day that we plan to move forward with beginning next month in December. More to come on the leadership call specific time of day, as well as some Zoom invitations, of course, for those leadership calls. Like we need some background music.
Charlie can sing.
Is there a plan to replace for Renee Gaines?
Renee, thank you so much for that question. That is actually a topic for discussion at our board retreat. Yes, we will be replacing Courtney. So please know that we will be replacing her. We are currently working through a transition. Well, we're already working through a transition plan. We're working through a replacement plan with the personnel committee. So know that the short answer is yes, we will be replacing her. There will be more communication to come on that replacement process in the next couple of weeks.
Cheryl McCall says, thanks, Madam President, board members.
We're happy to answer any other questions you may have in the remaining 18 minutes that we've got. While we're waiting to see if there's any more questions that you all have, I want to take a moment to thank you all for walking with us through this transition, for putting your trust and faith in us as your corporate board to carry the organization forward. This is our EWI, and we are so grateful for the opportunity to serve you in such a very special and unique way this year as we navigate the future together. We're always navigating a future of the organization together, but we know this year it looks a little different and it may feel a little different, but you all continue to trust us again and put your faith in us. And we are just honored and delighted to walk this journey with you. Fall is always a time for change, and how appropriate that we are walking through change right now. We are staying steady with a very optimistic attitude, as we believe you all are as well. And feel free to reach out to us anytime with any questions, any thoughts, any concerns as we continue to navigate together. But we are truly all in this together as one EWI, because together we thrive. We are so grateful that you continue to go out there with your chapters in your cities, doing the hard work day in and day out to help make our organization successful. So thank you for all that you do. I've been advised by our producer, Holly, that we do not have any additional questions in the chat. I know a couple of minutes have gone by. What we will then do is give you some time back in your Friday afternoon. Thank you so much for being with us today, for spending this time with us, and we look forward to visiting with you all again very soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye.